guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Linn. Thank you for stopping by. So I am finally doing my first and second trimester recap. I was supposed to do a first trimester recap, but time just flew and suddenly I was in my third trimester as I am now. Time has gone by so fast. These couple of months has been so hectic. So if you saw the last video that I uploaded, I'm sure you know why life has been so incredible hectic. If you haven't seen it, I will leave it up here so you can check it out if that is something of your interest. So I'm talking a little bit about my pregnancy, also my breakup during pregnancy, and I'm also talking about my home update because I still haven't moved in here, but my beauty room is up and running, so therefore I am able to film. For me, the first trimester was the easiest. The second one was a little bit harder because I had some issues. I got a rash, I had to go to the hospital because I had some stomach problems, and I've also been in a lot of pain, which makes me kind of fed up with being pregnant, and hopefully the baby will come in week 38 or 39 that I don't have to go over the due date, which is in 10 weeks. And if you're not familiar about the trimester things, it goes from week 0 until week 16. That's the first trimester. Then we have the second from 16 until 28, and then the third trimester is from week 28 until you give birth. For me, the first trimester was the easiest. I barely had any symptoms. I think I was nauseous and I felt like I was going to throw up for like 3 days, and that was pretty much everything that I had. Like, I could barely feel that I was pregnant. So the only issue that I really had in my first trimester was that I was so tired and exhausted, except for my boobs being a little bit sore, and I also gained a little bit of weight. I was constantly tired. Like, I had to sleep before work, I had to sleep the second I got home from work because I was so exhausted. So before I got pregnant, I was eating only vegan, but after I got pregnant, I have incorporated a little bit of cheese and milk into my diet because it's so hard to find vegan food out here when you are out and about. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was actually very scared that I would not get enough nutrients in my diet. I didn't eat like 4 or 5 meals throughout the day. I had like 1 meal throughout the day and maybe some fruit. So that I also had to change when I got pregnant, that I'm eating like breakfast, lunch and dinner, and also some meals throughout the day as well. So I've also heard that people crave some weird stuff throughout the pregnancy and they are not able to eat some particular food and stuff, but I haven't actually had anything. And I am taking my prenatals, but I'm not taking like the usual pregnancy prenatal that they have here in Norway. I have my own mix because I'm taking a multivitamin for vegetarian and vegan people, and I'm also taking my vegan omega-3. So I'm also having 10 drops of this liquid zinc, and I'm also taking extra vitamin D. I'm also taking B12. So I'm also taking iron and iron because that is pretty much what I have concluded that my body needs. So for me, the first trimester was the easiest because I barely had any symptoms except being tired, but I have been tired like pretty much for my whole life, so that wasn't anything new. It was just a little bit harder to like do the daily stuff, and especially work as I do. I start at 5 AM in the morning and you don't get a lot of sleep once you have to get up at 4 AM and do your makeup and drive to work. But other than that, I didn't have any symptoms and I was pretty much feeling great. I was loving the pregnancy because I was like, what are people talking about? Like, being pregnant is nothing. No symptoms, I'm not feeling bad. And then in week 15, I started to get even more tired, and everybody said once you enter your second trimester, you will feel more like yourself and you will feel better. But for me, it was totally different because I got more and more tired, and that was probably because I wasn't getting enough sleep. And if you saw the recent video that I uploaded about my breakup during pregnancy. I was crying a lot and it was very hard for me being pregnant, and I was exhausted all the time, and I think that had a toll on me as well. That made me even more tired. I started to get constipated. I had so much stomach pain. I could barely sleep. I had to like sleep with a pillow on my stomach to kind of warm it up so I would feel better. I was having a lot of cramps because my uterus were growing and I had just so much pain. Once I was at the toilet, I was starting to bleed. So once I first noticed this and I looked down in the toilet, I was so afraid that I had a miscarriage because there was so much blood. I was like shocked, and I checked and I was so thankful that it wasn't from my front part. It was actually from my behind, and I called the doctor, went to an emergency appointment. He rushed me into the hospital to just check that everything was okay with the baby. They didn't find anything like serious, but it turns out I had been so constipated, and I was just told to relax, not stress, and eat very healthy, nutrients food, and that it would heal all by itself. And luckily now I'm feeling a little bit better, and I have been off work because of this. So I had all this going on, and on top of that I also got this rash that I was telling you about in my recent video, where my upper body, like all the way from here and down to my belly button, was like red. It was filled with blisters. I had an allergic reaction to something. I'm not sure what it was. So I got that rash, and the whole back was also like bloody red. It looked disgusting and it really scared me. And in week 18, I got to feel the baby's first movement, which was so exciting. And I also had my last ultrasound in week 18, where I got to know the gender of the babies. I will tell you when the time is right. So I would say from week 18 until 24, it was only like at nighttime when I laid down. But now I feel it throughout the day, like pretty much every single hour almost, but it gets worse around 2 a.m. So I'm waking up some days because there's just so much movement and the baby's kicking me in the bladder and all that, and I have to go to the toilet like every single hour. So I really miss sleeping like 4 hours straight, and that is something I can't even remember how it was. I feel like I haven't slept for months because of all these issues that I've had going on. I'm so grateful that I get to feel the movement, and when I'm not feeling anything, I get stressed out that something's wrong. But I can also be honest and say that at nighttime when I'm tired and I want to sleep, it can be very annoying because it hurts. So I have this pregnancy app right here as well, which I love to use. I really recommend you to download it. It is called PregLife. So it says now that this week the baby is around 35 centimeters long. Let me tell you, my stomach is not as big, so I have no idea how it fits. But it says that it is 35 centimeters long and it is about 1.3 kilos and then 1.4 kilo at the end of the week. So on this app, you get to see some pictures. They also have some movies, and you can choose on the child. It says all the information about the child, how it has developed and how it will develop that week. And you can click on the mom and it will tell you like symptoms that are normal, how you will feel and stuff like that. So this is a very great app, and I really recommend you to check it out if that is available in your country. So what I have been eating throughout my pregnancy, as I told you a little bit earlier in this video, I have mostly eaten vegan food. So I make sure that I have a huge smoothie filled with vitamins and protein and all that jazz for breakfast. Then for lunch, I usually have some avocado sandwiches or some salad of any kind or whatever I feel like having that day. Then I usually have some fruit throughout the day before dinner. For dinner, I either have like taco, burrito, spaghetti, or whatever I crave that day. And at nighttime, I have more fruit. I've been very into grapes lately and oranges, so I maybe have like 2 oranges and a plate of grape as my evening snack before I go to bed. I also have 1 coffee in the morning every single day, and then I drink mostly water. I have been craving Coke for like the past 3 weeks, and I'm not sure why, because I never liked that before I got pregnant. I always was a Diet Pepsi girl, but that has pretty much been the only craving, except for craving berries and smoothies in the morning. So I'm so excited every time I wake up because I get to make my vegan protein smoothie. So I will do the recipe in the what I eat in a day video, so you will see how I make that smoothie, but it is so good. And now for what I didn't eat or didn't drink, I don't actually have anything that I used to love that I don't like anymore. I don't have anything that I can't stand the smell of or anything like that. And there's nothing I used to drink that I don't drink anymore. Like, I feel totally normal when it comes to food and beverage. And then I also got a question from Gracie. Hi girl. She asked, do you follow other YouTubers that are also pregnant right now? And let me tell you that there's a lot of people that are pregnant. I was so excited when I saw that Casey is pregnant, Casey Holmes, because she's one of my favorites here on YouTube. So I'm so excited for her, and I'm always like excited when I see her vlogs. And then I have been very into the Ace family. So I have been watching a lot of labor vlogs because I'm thinking about vlogging my labor as well. And I will also have my nursery tour up and a baby haul and a lot of fun videos that I have planned out. And I also have a name ready as well, which I'm so excited about. And I can't wait to share it with you once the baby is born. I am also loving Cole and Savannah, the LeBron family. And I'm also following a lot of bloggers that are pregnant. Like one of my favorite bloggers from Sweden, which is called Kinsa, is pregnant. Her due date is in June, I feel like. And then there's also another blogger which is called Annette, which is a Norwegian blogger, and she is also having a baby in May as well. So there's a lot of people pregnant, I feel like. So first, I want to just quick share the skincare that I'm using right now. Because of my rash as well, as I told you, I had to change up my whole skincare routine. So we have the Dr. Organic Bioactive Skincare Organic Virgin Coconut Oil Skin Lotion. Love this because this is hydrating, it is restoring. So this is all natural and it doesn't contain any bad stuff. Then I also have been into the baby lotion. So this is also allergy tested, it is organic. And since it is baby approved, I am approving it for my body as well. And if there's something you can't use on your baby's skin, I would probably stay away from it while you're pregnant, because if it's not suitable for a baby and they recommend you to not use the product on a baby, I would say that it's maybe not as good for your skin as well. So this is the baby body butter, and as you can see, I have digged a huge chunk in here. And it also contains shea butter, which is very hydrating, and this is also organic. It's free from perfume, no color, and it's also allergy tested as well. So this I'm using on my belly every single night before I'm going to sleep, because I feel like it's so moisturizing and so thick that it is doing well for my stomach. The other 2 products I'm using all over my body, like my arms and legs and everything, because my skin has been so dry lately. And in the morning I'm using this oil right here, which is a baby oil, which is also free from perfume, no color. It is organic as well. But since I think my reaction had something to do with some products I put on my body, I will not put some herbs and oils and stuff that I'm not sure will be good for my body. And my doctor also told me to avoid like oils for stretch marks, because they usually contains herbs, and herbs are not good to apply to your body while you're pregnant. So you should be careful with that. So therefore I'm using this baby oil, which is totally organic and good for the body. So that was the body products that I have been using. So So the clothes that I have been loving lately are like high-waisted leggings, which are very stretchy. So these have wide legs and are from Forever 21. They are so comfortable. I also have it in black. And I actually just bought my first pair of pregnancy pants, which I bought last week. I wanted something that was a little bit more classic and also fit in my stomach. So this has the stomach band right here in the waist, and then it actually looks like suit pants, and it also has this beige fabric on the sides of each leg. So gorgeous, so beautiful, and these look so good on. If I can find any of these products, I will link them down below, so be sure to check out the description. Then I also have been loving like knitted sweaters, big oversized sweaters. This I actually use as a dress, and this is from Zara as well. And then I also have been very into like black maxi dresses. Like my favorite one at the moment are this knitted black turtleneck sweater dress. I absolutely love that. So I'm also very grateful that I'm not as big, that I still can fit in my own clothes. And I've also just had to like get these kind of sweaters that are knitted, so they are very stretchy in the fabric. And that is pretty much everything I wanted to share with you guys so far. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will get right back to you. Let me know how your pregnancy is going if you're pregnant, and let me know what you are the most excited about for the future and what has been the hardest thing during your pregnancy. I would love to know how you are experiencing being pregnant, or how your pregnancy was if you had your child already. So let me know and let's start a conversation down below. And without further ado, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. So if you're excited for more pregnancy videos, be sure to thumbs up this video. And if you're new to my channel, I really hope you decide to stick around by hitting the subscribe button. I upload videos every Tuesday and Friday. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.